I'm here with Jeff and Beau Bridges, whose family is honored with the first ever Bridges to Cinema Family Legacy Award. First of all, congratulations to both of you and to your late father, Lloyd.
Thank you.
Thanks. I read a statistic that your family has been involved in over 500 roles on film and TV.
Wow,
what do those numbers mean to you guys?
Most of them are probably Dad, right? I mean, he's done.
Yeah, he did a lot of work.
Far more than we did.
No, I had Beau at I think over 110.
Oh my goodness.
Film roles credited to his name.
Yeah, I got into that when I was.
Well, he's
watching.
a lot older than
That's
he's about 15 years older.
No, not quite. But you know, it is amazing to watch just the volume of stuff there. I mean, we basically went to work in our father's shop, and like Jeff said, he laid down a lot of hours before we got there. And it was the way he saw this business was as a family experience. He told me when I decided to try it and got my feet wet and started getting a few jobs on my own, he said, you know, now you've experienced this second family that you have. These people, and it's true. These people, you know, we're willing to die for each other. I mean, and just that. I mean, doing crazy stunts and things that we normally wouldn't do just to try to score the touchdown, make that film as best you can. It's a great you get part of that family.
You get very close with the people that you're working with so intensely like that. And our dad, unlike a lot of actors, loved acting and show business, all the different aspects of it, so much that he encouraged us to get into it, and I'm certainly glad he did.
Yeah, there was that one scene where in High Noon of this show was so great because he and Cooper really went for it. I mean, that wasn't any doubles. They were. If you'd seen the rest of that scene, they rolled under horses and. Pretty exciting. I was watching it up in the hayloft.
And that kind of translates to both of you and the Fabulous Baker Boys and the scene with the gate and just throwing y'all up over the place.
we had such great fun with that scene because we got to use something that our father taught us in you know, along with acting and all that. He also taught us how to stage a fight, you know, do the fights thing. So we had a lot of fun doing that. Unfortunately, what he didn't tell us, which was key, and we learned our lesson on this, is that whenever you do a fight scene, when you're acting a fight scene, you must have an escape word, some word that is an obscure word that has nothing to do with your fighting, like apple or, you know, sky or something, to let the other person know that they must stop because you're hurting me.
We had a word. We had a word.
Yeah, but
the word was
stop. Or
you're breaking my effing finger. That was
so.
the planned thing.
I'm sitting there and I'm twisting his and breaking him. I'm, you know, in this movie I'm supposed to hurt his finger. I'm twisting his finger and I'm saying, God, Beau is acting just brilliantly. Look at the pain on his face.
That's it.
Went to the hospital.
Yeah, it was wild. That's quite nice.
And was that kind of a little bit of a sample of what went on in the Bridges family on a daily basis? Two brothers going at it, or are you guys pretty loving? You're very loving, but was it very competitive between the two of you at times?
Not really, because there is an age difference between us, and my dad was on the road a lot in his work, as we've had to do over the years, and but he was also a very present father when he was there. But when he wasn't, I was like, you know, a dad in a way, like teaching him how to throw a ball and all that.
Yeah.
Kind of failed at that, but
No, that's not true.
That's not true.
He called me a curve ball.
Yeah.
Little League, that was powerful.
Yeah.
But we've always have kind of felt that we've been on the same team, you know. So our each you know, Beau's success is, you know, my success, you know, and vice versa. And we're rooting for each other.
Sure, great. And speaking of your father, what would be your favorite role that you ever saw your father in?
I liked him in High Noon. I loved all the comedies, the Hot Shots, Airplane. You know,
There was one that I was a little bit sorry that we didn't have. It's kind of a rare film. It's called Come and Get Me. It's kind of a film noir thing, and it was one of Dad's favorites.
They showed a quickie thing of because it was also called Trap?
Sound of Fury.
Yeah. Yeah, but he did a lot of wonderful films.
The Goddess.
The Goddess was a good one. He got nominated for an Emmy for one called Tragedy in a Temporary Town. which was part of the live TV years. So, yeah,
And as long as I have you both here, if you don't mind critiquing each other a little bit, what would be your favorite role for Beau, and Beau, what would be your favorite role for Jeff? I'll let Beau answer first.
yeah, to me it was really obvious this time. I've kind of always felt it, but when I saw his work kind of all there together, I think Starman is really probably my favorite. I mean, he's done a lot of great stuff, but Starman was such a reach for an actor. I mean, I would have been, scared out of my pants to take on something like that.
Which to this day is actually still the only film nominated as a non-human role for an Academy Award. It's kind of a funky little fact. Yeah. And with Beau, what would be your?
Jim Brady knocked me out.
It was incredible.
God, when we were watching your stuff there, all the different morphing that you've done with your, with like Nixon, you completely, transform yourself with Jim Brady and, Barnum, was it?
Barnum,
Barnum. That was just amazing stuff. But it's wild seeing it all together and seeing the teacher and his two students and seeing it all kind of comes from the same place. I mean, I can see a lot of, the way I work when I watch my dad. I could, kind of see some of that in there.
It wasn't easy. He wasn't totally easy as a teacher coach. He demanded a lot, and especially trying to drive you into that purity of emotion, to share the truth. And I think what was most frustrating as a young person when you're learning this Stanislavski method, this way of approaching the part, involving your personal life and all your senses and everything. You don't have a big life at that time, so you don't have a lot to draw on. And he would say, "Go deeper, go deeper." Remember how shallow? Yeah. I'm shallow. What can I say, Dad? Maybe I'll try lowering my voice a little bit. Oh, okay. Now I.
And since this Method Fest Film Festival is truly about helping undiscovered talent, what quick words would you have for actors out there that are just waiting for their big part? There's some actors that are been in the business for a year. There's some actors in the business for 30 years that haven't had their big break yet. What can you say to them?
Well, first of all, I think, I'm so appreciative of the fact that I had a father in this business that helped me and got me my first job, which is probably the most difficult thing to do. I quickly learned after that that's about all you get in that situation, and you have to bring something to the table, otherwise you're not going to get hired again, no matter how you got your first start. But I think, people who, the most important thing I think is to get your work seen. And fortunately here in this community in the San Fernando Valley, we have all kinds of wonderful theaters that are doing great 100-seat houses, great work, and we're at the Geffen, just on the other side of the hill too. Is a great place. So for an actor just trying to get his work seen, this is a great town. That's what I would encourage them to do, and also to create beyond just being an actor, because we're really storytellers. And that's what I try to tell my kids, that they should start to invent scripts, and because
that's where I was going to go. Is that pull a Rocky, with Sylvester Stallone. Sure. If you're not getting any script sent to you, well, write your own thing, and make any kind of little presentation that you can, and follow your dreams. Be as uniquely you as you possibly can, and don't try to fit any molds.
That's it.
Yeah.
Very good. Thanks, guys. Congratulations again.
Good talking to you.
Thank you for spending some time with us. Thanks.
See you now.
That's it from the Louis B. Mayer Theater. Special thanks to Jeff and Beau Bridges for a fantastic interview, and thank you for staying tuned on Diversity Broadband.